I do not subscribe to Netflix, and I have no intention of subscribing to Netflix, but apparently there's this show, or this movie, or whatever the hell it is. It's called Cuties, and of course, always some idiot, self-described idiot, male idiot on the left thinks anybody that would criticize any program that exploits children, no matter what kind of point it's trying to make, as exploitation, and call that criticism right-wing, they're an apologist for perverts, okay? That's what it is. You don't make excuses for exploitation of children. And the French have had kind of problems. I think this was French, wasn't this? Yeah, French filmmaker. France always has had a bunch of problems with pedophilia and age of consent and all of that. That goes back decades. But the problem is, it doesn't matter that the subject of the film is exactly the opposite, according to this nitwit, that it dramatizes the difficulties of growing up female in a sexualized and commercialized media culture. That's almost not the point. That's really not the point. You don't exploit children to do this. That's the point. The whole point of this is that no matter if you are criticizing the sexualized culture of children, you don't sexualize children to make a point against sexualizing kids. Especially girls. That's what everybody's upset about. That's what so many people are upset about. And it isn't about being left-wing or right-wing. It's about whether you support boundaries, appropriate boundaries, or you don't. And if you support boundaries, then you support women's rights to their own spaces, and you support children's rights not to be sexually violated or sexually exploited. I don't know why this is so hard for nitwit reviewers to understand. Now, I would assume this guy is not, that he's probably a perfectly respectable guy. But he's missing the point. It's just knee-jerk. It's totally knee-jerk. It doesn't matter. This doesn't matter what the plot is. It doesn't matter what the message is. None of it matters. The fact of it is that they're using kids. They're exploiting kids to make the film. And kids never should be exploited. I don't care what kind of noble point you're trying to make. And it's a woman that directed this. And I don't know, I can't pronounce French words. I mangle it up. But I think you could do it in a different way. I don't think you need to do it in the manner that she did. And you don't have to be a wingnut to point that out. So to just be knee-jerk and say everybody that criticizes the exploitation of children in films is a right-winger, you know, it's totally knee-jerk. It's totally knee-jerk. There's no reason to do it. This woman could have made a documentary making the same point instead of exploiting kids.